Yeah, I just finished this up. I wish I was in a better mood, but some things happened at home and not quite in the right mood to make this specific video. I probably had some better content for you, but sorry about that. And I might have drawn on a little bit in my last one, but yeah, man, if you don't have the money, you don't get the honey. No money, no honey, no house, no wife. And that's what it is in this day and age. That's what the game is, you know? And it ain't like 1950, 1960 where you could just go out, work anywhere, and you could afford a home. I don't know what the fuck half these people do. I don't know what the fuck any of these people do. And they still seem to be able to afford nice houses and nice homes. I don't understand it. You know, I never got my college degree, so, you know, I was never viable for any type of industry or career. Just was sort of out of the options for me. So I've had to become sort of in survival mode and sort of learn how to do a small business, and haven't really quite been successful at it yet. I've tried out a couple different things. Hasn't really worked out for me yet, but I'm still trying. I'm not going to quit. But the question is, you know, if I ever do become successful and a woman comes along, what would I do? You know, would I be like Richard Cooper, or would I be like Donovan Sharp? Would I be like these guys who, you know, as long as they're paying, they rule and they have the final say? Maybe. I don't know if that's my only option. If, hey, you know, a woman's not gonna fuck with me unless I have money, and then once I do have money, she fucks with me, would I do that? And what would I benefit out of that? I would say I couldn't really say that she's loyal. I really couldn't. I couldn't honestly say that she is loyal to me. She's loyal to my money. She's loyal to the good scenario that I put in front of her. So you see, it's great. Like, this is all nice. You see all these nice houses and all these cool lives that these guys live. Oh yeah, it's all good. Got your 2-car garage. Woo woo. Got your big old backyard. You got your nice little volleyball net there. You got your basketball hoop. You got kids. Oh, it's all great. But what happens when you lose your job? What happens when you lose your career? What happens when you can't make money anymore and you got to move out into an apartment? Or even worse, move back home with your parents or some bullshit. Like, that happens. And the woman leaves. I met a homeless man. I think I was 21 years old. And I was living in a different city than I am now. And I was working downtown. And there's a lot of homeless people downtown. And I met this homeless guy. And I talked to him for about 10 minutes. And he told me his story. And I sort of would feel sorry for these guys, and I would, like, I don't know, I was a bit of an emo kid when I was younger. Not really, you know, I didn't dress like an emo kid, but I was emotional. I felt sorry for things, right? I had some strong emotions for, like, poor people and homeless people. So when I worked downtown, like, now, you know, if you live in Seattle, people just ignore homeless people. They don't give a fuck. But for me, like, I really cared about these people, and I still do. I still, you know, whenever I go downtown Seattle, it hurts my heart to see these people. But sometimes I would talk to them. So I talked to this homeless guy, and he told me his story, and he said, well, you know, I had a house, I had a good career, I had a family, I had a wife. And I said, well, what happened? And he said, well, first I lost my house. He said, first I lost my job. Then I lost my house. And then when I lost my house, my wife left me. And now when I hear something like that, I think, yeah, that's about right. That's about right. So it's, you know, if you reverse that, it's like, first you got to get a good career. Then you get a house. Then you get a wife. And it's like, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, it really does. That's the way it is. It's the way it is in our society. So now it's like, could I ever trust a woman with what I've been through, with how I've been fucked over, with how I understand female nature, how hypergamy is? Could I ever really love a woman? Because love, you know, trust is a big part of love. And if I thought that if I couldn't provide money for her, she would leave me, I could never really trust her. Therefore, I could never really love her, right? And this is one of the things where I don't understand. You know, I don't understand human nature in this aspect, because I could never call that love. I really couldn't. it's by its nature, insofar as, I mean, she chose to be with you. She could have chose another guy with a house. That's true. But again, if you don't have the money, you don't have the mortgage, you don't have the house, she's not going to be with you. She's not going to stick with you if you lose all your shit. She's not going to go live in the apartment with you. She's going to go find another guy who's got a house. She's going to go find another guy who can take care of her and her kids. And that's what happened to me in my last relationship. And it's all true. Hypergamy's real. Monkey branching's real. She's gonna choose the guy who's got this beautiful house with all these beautiful flowers in the yard. That's what she wants. This is why there's families here, because these women have chosen the man. Look at these beautiful, gorgeous houses. And it hurts my heart to see this shit, because it's like, hey man, you don't got the money, you don't get the house, you don't get the woman. It's like Scarface, where he says, in this country, first you get the money, then you get the woman, right? That's so true. Is it different in other countries? Because I'll get the fuck out of this country if it's different in other countries. I'll go to some other country if a woman will suffer with me, will struggle with me, and be content with having the bare necessities, and she'll be fine with that. But no, why would she move in with me in a little apartment when she could move in with Joe, who's got this gorgeous blue house right here? Why would she? The only reason she would do that is for love. She loves me, right? But when you get on the dating sites and when you go out and talk to girls and when you try to get what do they ask you? What do you do for work? What do they ask you? What's your career? What do they ask you? How much money do you make? Where do you live? What kind of house do you live in? It's what they ask you. It's what they're fucking after, bro. So what are we supposed to do? Oh, okay, well, I guess I gotta make the money, get the house, then I can get the woman. But don't call that love, right? It can't be, because loyalty is a major part of love. If you're not loyal to someone, you don't love them. If you're not gonna stick it through when they're suffering or when you're down and there's no promise that you'll ever get out, because trust me, women will. You know, like Richard Cooper says, oh yeah, they'll wait at the finish line and pick the winners. That's true, but they'll also invest in a guy. I've been invested in. When a woman thinks that you are potential to be a great earner in the future, she might invest in you. Oh, this guy's got a future, right? This guy's he's going places. He's gonna have a house someday, and I'll wait it out. Usually if you got other shit going for you, but at some point, you know, if that doesn't materialize and that house doesn't happen within her time frame, she gone. She gone, bro. She gone. She's gonna go with someone else. She's gonna find that dude who can fulfill her plans, fulfill her hypergamy. No money, no honey,